Can't quite tell you what happened when I was 18 months old the first time I died. However, I can tell you about the second time. And this is going to be longer than most of my videos because I want to get everything into one video. So I was sick in the hospital with bacterial pneumonia, which had turned into sepsis, which is AKA blood poisoning. And if you don't know about sepsis, about 50% of people who get it die. And about another 50 to 75% of people who get it also are dead within about 5 years of getting it. So I'm kind of like a walking miracle at this point, which feels really weird. But let's talk about what it was like to die. Okay, so I'm in the hospital and doctors and nurses are running everywhere and like shoving IVs in me and asking me if I had someone I wanted to call, which of course, like I'm in Las Vegas, so this is like 5 hours from home. I'm trying to call my husband, who is not answering because he sleeps like the dead. And I ended up having to call my father-in-law to go to my house to wake my husband up. And then after that, things started getting really weird. The nurses and doctors were very concerned that my life was in jeopardy at this point. And honestly, I'm not totally sure if I died or if it was because I was in and out of consciousness, but I kind of do feel like I died for a brief moment, and this is why. So while everybody else is freaking out, I got strangely peaceful, quiet, and felt kind of good. All the pain started to go away, and I had been in pain for a few weeks because I've been sick for a while. And instead of freaking out like everybody else in the room, I felt like I was on cloud nine. I felt like someone had wrapped me up in a warm blanket and a hug, and that everything was going to be okay. But nobody else thought it was going to be okay at that time. And I remember going into this vision, or I don't know if I died, but this is what happened. All of a sudden, I was in this dark earth plane. Everything was kind of dark, like you were walking on the moon. And the only other thing in the room or the space was this tree that was burnt. And I remember feeling very sad that the earth was burnt and this tree was burnt. And I noticed a man walking towards me in the distance. And I thought, oh, this is my brother. And that was the immediate thought that came to me. This is my brother. And as he got closer to me, I realized it wasn't someone that I totally knew, because I had actually thought it was my brother who had passed away before me. But it wasn't. As he got closer, he had very dark olive skin, dark brown hair, but piercing blue eyes. And he asked me why I was crying. And I said that I was sad because the earth was destroyed and it was ruined. And I said, my body is destroyed and it is ruined. And he walked up to the tree and he put his hand on the tree, and this blue light came out of the tree, and the tree suddenly came back to life. And he told me that things must be destroyed, but they can be put back together again. And then I knew I was speaking to Christ.